millions of years ago, the Isthmus of Panama emerged from the sea to forever transform the world's biodiversity. This marvelous history inspired an extraordinary building. This is the Biomuseum. From Henry, only designed for Latin America. The Biomuseum was designed by architect Frank Henry, known for his innovative and modern style. It was created with the aim of highlighting the biodiversity of Panama and its importance in the ecological connectivity between North and South America.
Hello everyone, my name is Vivian Rodriguez and today I want to share with you a fascinating experience that I have at the Panama Biomuseum. Among all the exhibits I was able to explore, there was one that really caught my attention and became my favorite: Biodiversity Showcase. From the moment I entered this exhibition, I was amazed by the incredible diversity of species that inhabit our country. Panama is home to more than 20,000 different species, an impressive number that remind of the importance of conserving our natural environment. In this section of the museum, it is possible to observe the amazing variety of flora and fauna that make up biodiversity, from the smallest plant to the most impressive animals. One of the aspects that most impacted me was the visual representation of the state of biodiversity, where tables with silhouettes of Panamanian plants and animals show the risk status through a color code. The green figures represent the most abundant species, while the red ones indicate those in critical danger of extinction. The black silhouettes, which move me deeply, represent species that have already disappeared. It is alarming to note that every year more than 1,000 species become extinct, a sad reality that invites us to reflect on our role in the conservation of the planet. This exhibit impressed me both for the valued information it conveys and for its visual appeal. It made me feel proof of the natural wealth of Panama and awakened in me a sense of responsibility towards the protection of biodiversity. Within the experience, we have the opportunity to enjoy an impressive video titled Panorama. This projection, present on 10 gigant screens, allows us to immerse ourselves in the amazing biodiversity of our country. Through vibrant images and immersive sounds, we were transported to the diverse ecosystem that make up Panama, from its lush jungles to its vast ocean. Each scene was a reminder of the natural wealth that surrounds and the importance of preserving it. One of the most shocking moments was when, without realizing, we all stopped talking and simply let ourselves be carried away by the experience. The sound of the nature, the singing of the birds, the murmur of the water, and the whisper of the wind, completely surreal, create an atmosphere of amazing and respect for our surroundings. Without a doubt, Panorama was not only a visual impressive exhibition, but unique sensory experience that always us connecting in a special way with Panamanian biodiversity. It is a reminder of how lucky we are to live in a country so rich in nature and the responsibility we have to protect it.
Hello everyone, I am Leslie Morán and today I'll tell you about my experience and the Great Exchange exhibition at the Biomuseum in Panama. During my visits to this fascinating exhibition, I had the chance to to explore how the formation of the Isthmus of Panama profoundly changed global biodiversity. The exhibit highlights the exchange of species between North and South America, which transformed the ecosystem of both regions. Through interactive display and visual, I learned about the effects of the land bridge and how it continues to impact fauna and flora to this day. Additionally, I was impressed by how the Isthmus of Panama functions as a crucial biological bridge for global biodiversity. It was an educational and impactful experience that made me appreciate the natural diversity of our planet even more. Hello guys, it's me, Leslie again, and now I tell you about another exhibition that I really like. The Human Footprint exhibition at the Biomuseum in Panama offers a fascinating perspective on the evolution of human presence in the Isthmus, from the first Paleo-Indian settlers to modern society. Approximately 14,000 years ago, the Paleo-Indians arrived in the Isthmus, encountering a rich but challenging environment. Their ability to adapt was crucial. They were nomadic hunter-gatherers, meaning they moved around following food sources. Megafauna such as mastodons were an important food source. It is interesting to note that many of the fruit they gathered are still consumed today, such as squash, nains, and melon. The production of stone tools like projectile points was essential for hunting and other activities. These tools reflect their knowledge of the environment and their ability to work with stone. Over time, the Paleo-Indians stopped being nomads and began settling, creating their own culture and internal hierarchy with roles like shaman, tribe leaders, and others. This process of settling allows the development of more complex communities with more organized social structure and economic activity. However, the arrival of Spanish conquerors in the 16th century brought significant changes. The European imposed new customs, technologies, and religion while also subjugating indigenous people through colonization. The enslavement of indigenous people and the exploitation of natural resources marked the period of history. The invasion drastically altered the social structure that the indigenous people had built, and many of the original cultures and language were threatened of disappear. Over the century, Panama went through several important historical processes, such as gaining independence from Spain, separating from Colombia, and the construction of the Panama Canal, which turned the region into a key global connection point. Today, Panama is an independent and prosperous country with a strong economic and important roles in global trade thanks to its strategic localization and the canal. However, the legacy of conquest and colonization is still present in the country's cultural diversity, which is a mix of indigenous, African, Spanish, and other influences, creating a unique and dynamic identity.
Hi everyone, I am Marleni's. I want to share my experience with one of the most fascinating exhibitions at the Biomuseum, Divided Oceans. Let's see it. This gallery is all about an incredible event that happened when the Isthmus of Panama was formed. Before Panama existed as a land bridge, the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean were connected. But when the land rose, they were completely separate. This changed the history of global climate and marine life forever. Now, what I loved most about the exhibition was how they explained these changes using stunning visuals. There were maps and projections showing how ocean currents shifted after the isthmus closed. Before, water could flow freely between the two oceans, but once the connection was blocked, the Atlantic became center and the Pacific got colder. It's amazing how one geological change had such a massive impact on the entire planet. Another fascinating part was learning how marine species were affected. Many became isolated and evolved differently in each ocean. The exhibition showed examples of species that went extinct and others that adapted to their new environments. It was really interesting to see how marine ecosystems changed because of this natural phenomenon. Okay, now the gallery's design was also incredible. The lighting and underwater light effects made me feel as if I was diving deep into the oceans. It really helped bring the story to life. Hi, it's me again. I'm Marleny's. If there's one exhibition at the Biomuseum that really made me think, it was the living web. From the moment I walked in, I realized that this gallery wasn't just about Panama's biodiversity. It was about how everything in nature is connected. The main concept of the exhibition is to show that every living being, no matter how small or large, plays an important role in the ecosystem, from insects to large predators. They are all part of an interdependent network. And the best thing is that this is not only explained with text, but with super interesting interactive installation for students. One of my favorite parts was this huge structure that represents an ecological network. It shows how different species depend on one another to survive. I found this really eye-opening because it made me realize how fragile ecosystems can be. And single change, like a species gone extinct or a new species being introduced, can cause unexpected consequences. And finally, another thing I loved was how this gallery made us reflect on the role of humans in this network. For me, the Living Web was one of the most memorable exhibitions because it gave me a new perspective on nature. It showed me that everything is connected and that every action we take can make a difference.
Hello everyone, I'm MOISES Miranda and today I'll be talking about my experience in the fossil of the Panama Canal section. At the beginning of the Miocene, Panama was mostly a series of small islands surrounded by a shallow sea. Over millions of years, tectonic activities caused the land to rise, eventually forming the land bridge that connects North and South America. This land bridge played a crucial role in the migration of species between the two continents, leading to what is known as a Great American Biotic Interchange. Many of the fossils found date back to the Miocene epoch, around 50 to 20 million years ago. The discoveries included both marine and terrestrial species, providing evidence of the biodiversity that once thrived in the region. Among these finds were ancient sharks, crocodiles, turtles, and a variety of the mammals that had never been recorded in this part of the world before. Among the most notable discoveries are fossils of tiny prehistoric camels, Unlike mother camels, these early relatives were much smaller, about the size of a dog, and adapted to the warm forest environment of ancient Panama. Scientists have also uncovered fossils of ancient horses, which had 3 toes instead of the single hoof seen in modern horses. These early horses were smaller and more adapted to dense vegetation, allowing them to move easily through forests. One of the exhibition's most impressive highlights is the fossil of a marlin, which is considered the best preserved marlin fossil in the world. This discovery is incredibly rare because fish fossils are usually very fragile and do not preserve well over time. And to finish the video, we have the last section of the Biomuseum Eyes on Space, a fascinating space that connects us with space exploration and Panama's role in this great human adventure. A unique story featured here is the survival training that Apollo astronauts underwent in Panama in 1963. Since their spacecraft could land in remote areas upon returning to Earth, they needed to be prepared for extreme conditions. Indigenous Embera guide Manuel Antonio Sarco, training astronauts like Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin in jungle survival, teaching them how to find food, water, and navigate the dense rainforest. The exhibit highlights the key role Panama has played in the space exploration. Due to its strategic location, Panama was a crucial point for space telecommunication. During the Apollo missions, stations located in the country were used to receive and transmit information between spacecraft and Earth, contributing significantly to the success of the moon landings.
Memories lie to a place where I'm free to be me. Oh, gather ye now one and all, no matter what all ye may do. With the stars fill your soul, when the moon cradles all, so to yourself be true. Blanket of snow is a cold.